This time, the only thing you shouldn't be doing is not paying attention. We're all watching videos of people giving reasons why you should flee and other people giving you reasons why you should stay. It's so confusing. Why is it so confusing? I think it's safe to say that the one thing our community can all agree on is that the administration has its focus on us and making us targets. To what degree is debatable. There isn't one answer. There isn't one right answer. There isn't one answer that applies to all of us and all of our different situations. There's so many varieties of trans people, rich, poor, young, old, freshly hatched, and elder. Some of us live in states that are very unsafe and some live in states that are safer. If I was in my 20s, I'd be responding to this situation very differently than I am at 64. In my 20s, I didn't depend on the government for anything. I was able to do whatever I needed to survive. I had hardly any responsibility. I was optimistic and determined. At 64, the government has so much of the money I paid into Social Security. It's a lot of money. I'm just about to qualify for Medicare. I have a house, a sister I live with, and a dog that's blind, that's nearing the end of its life. Leaving means there's a possibility I would never see any of them again. I'd be moving alone to a country that maybe I've only visited once. I'm also furious with everybody that isn't furious with what's going on. I think in the 45 years since my transition, if I was a radical, whatever they're calling us, and wanted to do crazy things, it might have shown itself already. If I was young now, I'd be getting all my documents in order. I'd make sure all the gender stuff and all the name stuff was done. I'd be saving every penny I possibly could. And I would be heading to New York City. I'd be figuring out ways to make sure that I've kept getting my moans. Now that I know about those Maxers, I bet they're not going to stop getting their moans. And I bet those kids know exactly how to find alternative pipelines to them. But of course, that place is notorious for scamming, so you'd have to be sure to figure out ways not to get scammed. But I'm also sure that if I was in my 20s, I would know a lot of other sites besides FChan to do these kind of things. There's safety in numbers. It never hurts to be in a community. Communities are great for support and everything else. I hate to say it, but when you're in a community, chances are that when something bad happens, it's not going to happen to you, but it's going to happen to someone you know or know of, giving you an opportunity to protect yourself. I moved to Puerto Rico after vacationing there most of my life. And it was hard. Even though I knew where things were and I was acquainted with some people, it was still very hard. Cultural differences, language challenges, holidays, getting sick, not having trusted friends you've known forever around. It was difficult then, so I can imagine how difficult it'll be now at 64. It's almost impossible to know if a decision is right or wrong until after you've made it, meaning the only bad decision you can make is not to make a decision.